What is up, everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. In the last episode, Shouma finally came out of his shell, and let me tell you, he is one hell of a unit, man. Like Shouma, he was, jeez, man, he honestly, he was the MVP really of the last fight, not Kurata. Kurata really didn't do much in that fight. I mean, she had her turret and everything, but otherwise, like, she didn't really do much over that. But Shouma, man, let me tell you, Shouma is something else, dude. He is a beefy unit, man. Avenge Buster, consume voltage to activate special attack, inflict stun on user, which is his special skill here. And then he has aggression signal, which gets all the enemy's attention, and he also has defense mode, where he can just have a shield on him, and then he can also counter attack, which is pretty damn nice if you ask me. So Shouma is not that bad at all. He is actually amazing. Hey Kako, are you on your own today? You might not have realized it, but I was watching yesterday's battle on the monitor in the war room. Oh, you were? You're all so amazing. The way you came together to take down the enemy. Even Shouma got over his fear enough to help out, and he turned out to be really strong. I really wish I could be like that too. Huh? Aw. So next up's gonna be Kako and Ima, right? It's hopefully gonna be joining us soon. Let's see, anybody else anywhere? Everybody else just in the cafeteria. And everybody's here. When I entered the cafeteria, I was greeted by a rare sight. Everyone was there, and they weren't even arguing. Good morning, Takumi. Morning. Everyone's here today, huh? Yes, well, we gotta settle our bet and make these losers do whatever we say. Do we really have to go through with this? We basically buried the hatchet yesterday. No, nuh-uh. A bet's a bet. A promise is a promise. I'll never accept these guys if they can't keep their word. If only Gaku could show that kind of determination for more important stuff. I know, right? It's gotta be Shouma who makes the call, though. He's the one who fought the duel, and he was basically the MVP of the battle yesterday, too. Yeah, he was. Kurata definitely was not, but I give Kurata the last kill. But, whatever. It really has to come down to me? Damn right. You've earned this, man. You fought, you won. Now you just gotta claim what's yours. Alright, I've thought of something. Whatever it is, we'll do it. In order to the losing group, I wonder what he's come up with. Let's see. This is it, Shouma. What are you gonna tell them to do? Okay, here goes. Hey, I know you must be mad at us and everything, but if I'd won, I was never actually gonna hold you. You stay out of this. You'll get yours soon enough. Go for it, oh mighty and powerful Shouma. Do your worst.
I want you all to be our friends.
Huh? You know how weak I am and how much I hate conflict. I can't stand how tense things have been between our two groups. I'd be a lot happier if we all got along. Doesn't matter who was here first or what campus we started out at. Let's just be friends, here now as members of this academy. Anyway, that's the best my single functioning brain cell could come up with. Does that sound alright? That's all you want? I feel like that's something we should be asking you for. Whoa, Shouma. Maybe you want to rethink this. I got a whole bunch of ideas you can use. Gaku, he's the one who fought. He's the one who gets to decide. That's right. What Shouma says goes. Yeah. So much for getting your own back. But it's not like Shouma was ever going to come up with something really bad anyway. Well, there you have it, guys. An order's an order. Sir Shouma. Why are you crying? Such a magnanimous attitude for Victor to take. I'm so moved. From this day forth, we'll all be comrades in arms together. So says the holy Jumanji sword. Right. So long as you don't mind being friends with a human filth like me. Come on, enough putting yourself down. You're a great guy, Shouma. It'd be an honor to kill you someday. What do you say, Kurata? It's not such a bad deal, is it? It's not like I have much of a choice. As an Osazuki, my word is my bond. Right, of course. Sounds like we're all in agreement. Unless you have any objections, Gaku. Oh, forget it. No, I can talk you out of it now. Just so you know, I haven't given up on us participating in the killing game. I'll make it happen someday. I'm really glad you weren't the one who got to decide this. Now you guys won't fight anymore. I'm so glad. Right, we still might get into little quarrels now and then, but that's all a part of being friends. From now on, we're all in this together. For the next 50 or so days, at least. Just when it seemed like everything had been resolved, Kurata approached Shouma and the mood turned tense again. What is it? You're really hardcore into this avoid conflict at all costs stuff, huh? Not surprising, coming from someone who'd take the blame for eating my curry when you had nothing to do with it. You knew I was lying about that? Of course, I knew at the moment you shrugged off my question about its taste with that half-hearted, it was delicious. No one who's tested Osuzuki curry can help being overwhelmed with emotion and giving a detailed description of the entire experience when pressed. Wait, it wasn't Shouma? Then who's the real curry thief? Oh, it was Miss Maruko. I saw the whole thing. No way. I thought I was being careful. If you knew all along, why are you ratting me out now? You know me. I can't stand to see wicked deeds go unpunished. Hold on. You're the one that got us in this mess, Gaku? Villain, blackguard, I'll slay you where you stand. Whoa, calm down, guys. We're all friends now, remember? So, how was it? How was it? Well, you know, it was the most delicious thing I've ever eaten. I never thought anything could taste so amazing. I don't think I can go on living if I'd never get a chance to taste it again. Maybe I'll make another batch if I feel like it. Huh? I think she forgives you. Looks like you're off the hook, Gaku. I am? I think this calls for a celebration, or at least something to cement our resolve. Everyone, form a circle. We'll each put a hand in the middle, then do an inspirational cheer and throw them all up at once. What decade are you from, man? Oh, come on, it's not that bad. Now that we've made up, we might as well have a little fun. Right, Takumi? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. A fine idea, Sarato. Just a thing to boost our morale. What is this, some corny old sports manga? This is the last time I ever do this, alright? Sorry in advance if you catch anything from me. My hands are probably covered in failure-inducing bacteria. Guess there's no cure for low self-esteem, huh? Let's all promise never to give up, no matter how bad it looks. We'll get our killing game someday. I bet you one of these endings is going to be an actual killing game. Reluctantly, we all got on board with Eito's gesture of teamwork and togetherness. Well, not quite all of us. Kako, Ima, come on. You should get in on this too. I know it's kind of lame, but only be for a minute. Just put up with it until then, okay? Sorry, but I find team building exercises like this absolutely sickening. My dear sister and I will sit this one out. You little. Oh, don't worry. We'll find other ways to amuse ourselves. Feel free to embarrass yourselves without us. We'll be going now. I said, we'll be going now. Come on, sister dearest. Okay. Aw. Shunning the group, Ima and Kako left. We couldn't help feeling a little deflated after that. What is the matter with those two? Why do they cringe away from us so? You're the one who's cringe here, Kyoshika. I'd avoid you too if I had any better options. We just have to go ahead with the members we do have.
Alright, here we go. Special Defense Unit, fight! Special Defense Unit, fight! Special Defense Unit, fight! Special Defense Unit, fight! Special Defense Unit, fight!
How many times are we going to do this?
And so the whole group, minus the Tsukumo twins, cheered at the top of our lungs and made a vow to work together from here on out. Of course, that didn't mean we wanted to spend every waking moment together. After finishing breakfast, we headed back to our rooms for a while. Special Defense Unit fight. Witness Shouma will unite the teams. We love that. No more infighting. That went better than I could possibly have hoped for. Even more surprising, it's all thanks to Shouma. Who'd have thought he'd become such a team player? Alright then, what should I do for the rest of the day? I've got plenty of spare time, might as well use it. Varsity jacket embroidered with a flashy gold dragon called a Sukajan. If made in a specific region, bikers love them. Hopefully this is enough to bring up our gym here.
Are you sure I can have this? Hell, you just turned me into mush.
Yes, gym went up to 2. Now you get social studies going. Ding dong, a bing bong. Oh my goodness.
Harry, so...
Look like another day's over. There's nothing to do here at night. I'll just go to bed and rest up for tomorrow. And so our 45th day at Last Defense Academy ended without incident. Day 46. Almost to day 50, man. Almost halfway there. Ding dong a bing bong.
Get ready for your 46th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
Ding dong. Right after the morning announcement ended, another sound echoed through my room. The doorbell. Huh? Who could need to talk to me at this early? Bet it's gonna be Ato. Not really expecting anything. I opened the door. I got a shock when I saw who was there, though. Oh, Nozomi? Ah. Good morning. Do you have a minute? Morning. Sure. Come on in. I did my best to act like I would if I were welcoming any other friend into my room, but it wasn't convincing. I was so nervous around her, even more so that we were alone. Now that we've cleared everything up between our two groups, I can tell you about this with a clear conscience. It's time you knew about world death. According to the information Nigo shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire war. This is the thing that started it all? More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to Tokyo, the TRC. World death has decimated this human population and forced survivors to take shelter underground. You really tell me? That's great. It's been on my mind for a while now. We're going to tell everyone together. When you're ready, come meet us in the war room. The war room? Okay, I'll be right there. And one more thing. You said you knew someone who looks just like me. Could you tell me a little about her sometime? If it's okay with you, I mean. Flashing me with a gentle smile, Nozomi left the room. I never thought she'd be the one to make the first move. I'm glad she did, though. I was way too nervous to bring it up. Someone who looks just like her. I don't know if that's the way I'd put it, but... No, first things first, I should head over to the war room and hear what they have to say. Alrighty, we got Kako out here. How you feeling, Kako? You okay? Hi, Kako. What are you doing here on your own? I was thinking, is it okay for me to carry on like this? Even Shouma found the courage to change for the better. I wish I could be more like the rest of you, fighting to protect the people I love. Are you sure you're alright? Aw. Kako walked away, heading for the war room with a profoundly thoughtful expression on her face. Tsubasa, what are you doing? Has the icon always been there? Where it shows you where they're at? Because I don't think I've ever seen it. Up until recently. Hey Takumi, everyone's meeting up in the war room, you know. I came here by mistake too, force of habit. Guess we're using the war room because we're talking about something really important. Time for a lore dump. Alright, looks like everyone's here. Yes, indeed. All the dull-eyed simpletons with no refinement, no social standing, and no future, all gathered together in one place. The future's an unwritten book. I can still make something of myself. Anyway, let me cut right to the chase. We called you all here to talk about world death. You said before that it was it was what caused this war between us and the invaders. What is it exactly? We'll tell you everything that Nigo told us. It's a long story, but bear with us, okay? That's your cue, Kyoshika. Huh? What? Me? But I haven't prepared anything. You're in charge of explanations. It's what you're good at. Explanations and exhibitionism. You're a double threat. I am not taking my clothes off. Don't worry, I'll take the lead here. Alright, let's see. What's up? Before I start, there's some terminology we need to get straight. Back into TRC, did you ever hear about something called Planet Earth? Planet Earth? I've heard of it, sure. Can't say I know very much about it, though. Same here. From what I read in library books back home, it's where humanity used to live, right? They mentioned it in old manga sometimes, too. It's supposed to be really huge, like hundreds of times bigger than the complex. I think that's about all any of us know. They kind of skimmed over the subject in school. Humanity once lived all over planet Earth. The population was in the billions. And they didn't live under a giant ceiling either. They had an open sky, just like the one before, or one here. Billions? That many? But then, a phenomenon that came to be known as world death changed everything. Earth was no longer able to support life like it once had, and the population began to decline rapidly. To combat this, giant underground shelters were constructed to house the survivors before humanity died out completely. Underground shelters? You mean... Yes, that's what the place where we grew up really is. The TRC is a colossal shelter, hidden deep beneath the Earth's surface. A shelter? The whole thing? All this happened a long time ago, so even Niga wasn't sure how accurate this information is anymore. But so far as we know, our community in the TRC is the last of humanity and has been for hundreds of years now. Wow, we're really getting a history lesson here today, huh? I never even thought there was a time before the TRC. And world death is what forced everyone down there? Just what kind of phenomenon is it? Essentially, the planet began killing itself. It did what? According to Nigo, the Earth has a life of its own, and while it's not quite like ours, it has its own will too. When the planet decided to end its life, numerous natural disasters started occurring all around the world. That was world death. The planet tried to kill itself. It can do that? But what drove the Earth to do that to itself? Remember how we said the human population was in the billions? Well, they all needed somewhere to live. They developed and cultivated in the world around them as they saw it fit, not really giving a crap about the long-term consequences. Pretty soon they were draining the planet's resources faster than it could replenish them. Not to mention the many wars humanity fought against each other. Some of them were so bad they left the Earth permanently scarred. Couldn't put up with that kind of abuse forever. Something had to give. I'm not surprised. Leeching off someone else without ever giving anything back and abusing them on top of that sounds like my scumbag brother. They didn't realize the planet had a mind of its own, but they should have known better. Humanity continued to propagate willfully, ignorant of the damage they were doing. Of course, the Earth wasn't completely powerless. It showed its resistance with earthquakes, tsunamis, wildfires, volcanic eruptions, stuff like that. But no one recognized these disasters for what they were. They ignored the warning signs and just kept on keeping on. Right. Just like how he ignored all the eviction notices and restraining orders and doubled down on the violence. You're making it really hard for us to ignore you. Finally, Earth reached its breaking point end. Shut himself up in his room to wallow in self-loathing and play gory anime games all day. You can tell us your twisted family history later. Just shut up for a minute. As I was saying, Earth turned to its last resort, to kill itself and take mankind out with it. You gotta admit, world death is a pretty fitting game. So the planet dying, the planet choosing to kill itself, was humanity's fault? Not a pleasant thought, is it? The Earth must have really hated us by then. It's hard to imagine the kind of overwhelming despair that would make something do that. Once world death began, there's no stopping it. The environment became barren, hostile. Millions, no billions of lives were lost. The only reason humanity didn't go extinct is because a handful of communities were able to escape into the shelters. Like the TRC. Have you ever wondered where the name comes from? Most of the people in the complex are descended from residents of Tokyo, a metropolis that stood on the surface hundreds of years ago. Of course, it's been so long that no one remembers what kind of place it was, or why it was called that. Whole generations have lived their lives without any awareness of the world outside the complex. Us included, naturally. By the time we were born, humanity had already been living underground for centuries. Until we were brought here, the complex, the shelter, was our entire world. We ain't in the complex anymore? So you're saying this is what the surface looks like now?
Yes. This is what Earth became, after it was ravaged by world death. This is the land where our ancestors lived. You can see now why they had to go underground.
For real? It's that bad. Should we even be here? Shouldn't we get back to the complex and... The complex isn't necessarily any safer, not anymore. What do you mean? The TRC's days are numbered. The whole place is going to collapse soon. What? Why? How? World death is still going on. It won't end until all life on Earth is extinguished. It's only a matter of time until our little pocket of humanity runs out of resources and finally gives up the ghost. And would that explain the 100 days? No way! There's just one thing that can save humanity from the effects of world death and give everyone a brighter future. And that's whatever it is in the defense room of this academy, or so Nigo said. It can save us from world death? But what is it? What is the school's here to protect? Perchance it's a set of mystical artifacts that grant a single wish when brought together. Or maybe it's just one, and we'll have to set out on a journey across the universe to collect the others. A grand tour, if you will. What, you think you can just ask the Eternal Dragon to bring everyone back? Get with the program, Grandma. It's all about permadeath these days. Once you're gone, you're gone. Nay, morbid stories where everyone dies are even more out of date. In trying times, people need something more uplifting. Can you two have this discussion somewhere else? Unfortunately, Nigo didn't have a clearance to actually tell us what's in the defense room. Said it had to remain secret so the enemy couldn't get wind of it. But there's one thing he was very clear on. Whatever this thing is, it's humanity's last hope. That sounds ominous. And we're fairly certain that something is going to happen on our 100th day here. Something's going to activate or awaken or something. Oh, okay. At any rate, that's what will deliver to humanity from world death. We'll be able to live and thrive on the surface again. All we have to do is make it to day 100. Izomi says our last hope, but last chance might be more appropriate. If we mess it up, mankind is done for. Our last chance. And the invaders are trying to stop this world-saving event from happening. Yeah, the invaders are another thing we didn't get that many details on. But judging by what we have been told, we come to a conclusion of our own. The invaders are world death itself. Like something summoned by a curse? The Earth must have given birth to them to further advance world death and the eradication of all life on the planet. You've seen the way they fight. It's not such a stretch, is it? And it would explain why they're so fixated on destroying the school. So, they're not actually on an invading force so much as manifestation of the planet's will? And the Earth itself is the final boss here? How are we supposed to deal with that? Things have gone really heavy, huh? Sorry, I started getting nervous again. Now do you see why it's so important that we protect whatever's in the defense room from the invaders? We haven't been exaggerating. Humanity's future really does depend on us. The hopes and dreams of all mankind rest on our shoulders. We can't let them down. If we lose here, it's all over. So that's how it is. There you have it, a comprehensive summary of the situation. This is why we must strive for nothing less than total victory. Why are you looking so pleased with yourself? You didn't contribute to that comprehensive summary at all, you glory-hogging cowarder head. Forgive me. That was never my intent. If you want forgiveness, strip down and bury your oh my gosh. Strip down and bear your contrition? Contrition for all to see. But leave those ridiculous sneakers on. You'll look even more exposed that way. Why this sudden fixation on me getting naked, Lady Kurara? If everything you've told us is true, then yes, we do understand now. We finally know what this war is all about and how important it is. Better late than never, I guess. It explains the difference in the two groups' attitudes as well. It's no wonder Nozomi and the others have such a strong sense of duty. Us, on the other hand, Sarah was killed before we could hear about any of this. Freaking Siri keeps thinking I'm talking to her when I'm not talking to her. Us, on the other hand, was killed before we could hear about any of this. We've just been fighting for our own reasons in our own disorganized way. Damn, wish I'd known this sooner. I'm more fired up than ever now. Fighting to save people, that's one thing, but saving all of humanity, that's on a whole other level. If they pull this off, we'll be heroes. We'll probably get a reward and everything. I mean, if we can save all mankind from destruction, no one's gonna begrudge us a couple million yen over here and there, right? I knew whatever was going on here was serious, but I never thought it would be this bad. Might have been better off that not knowing. I still think the people in charge are crazy for sending an unremarkable nematode like me, but since I'm here, I guess I should give it my all too. Don't worry, so long as we work together, we can overcome anything, even world death. Everyone's sounding a lot more motivated now. We're still missing a lot of details, but it's enough for us to start presenting a more united front. It doesn't feel like some random war we were forced into anymore. It's so much more than that. Okay, so some of us are taking it better than others. It is a lot to take in after all. Sorry to have to be out to fly in your ointment, but I still have some reservations. Now more than ever, I have to wonder, if this mission is so important, why entrust it to a bunch of random teenagers? I'm sorry, I can't answer that. Nico didn't seem to know anything about the selection process. Maybe there's a clue in the dreams Shouma's been having? The ones about us being experimented on in that place, Kamakura General Hospital, was it? Interesting idea. Too bad it's not really enough to go on. I'm sorry, my peanut kernel of a brain can only handle so much. What you think, Ima, Kako? Does all this make you want to fight like the rest of us? Us? Fight? Yeah. Humanity's future's on the line, you know. Mr. Yakushiji, I think you need to get your hearing checked. I've already made my position quite clear. I don't care about humanity. I don't care what happens to the complex, or to the planet for that matter. We've no real reason to get involved, so we'll just leave the fighting to you. Isn't that right, sister dearest? But if it's to defend all mankind, then... See, my dear sister agrees. Let the girl talk for herself, man. If that's all, we'll be leaving now. I haven't had breakfast yet, and I'm positively famished. Good luck with the whole saving the world thing, everyone. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about Shouma. Not Shouma. I don't know how to feel about Ima, dude. He's kind of annoying. Like, I think the main thing that pisses me off about him is that he's like not letting his sister talk. He's like speaking for his sister. I don't like that. Nonchalant as ever, Ima turned and left, dragging Kako along behind him. Like, kind of reminds me of like a relationship where the guy speaks for the girl. I hate that. I hate that so much. And I don't like that. That's what's going on with Ima and Kako. Kako's not able to speak for herself. She has like no choice but to listen to Ima for some reason. And I don't like the fact that he's like controlling her basically. Okay, something seriously wrong with the Wonder Twins over there. How can they remain so detached from everything? They're like two self-obsessed peas in a pod. Still cute though. Do young people today have no notion of social responsibility? But fear not, the holy Jumanji sword and that will beat some sense into them. Leave them, Kyoshika. Trying to force them will only push them away further. That's just the way they are. There's not a lot we can do about it. You okay, Ito? I'll be fine. This long discussion is starting to take its toll on me, that's all. We have been talking for a while now. Maybe we should end the meeting here and give everyone some time to process this information. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. She'll probably short circuit if she has to list it anymore. Freaking Darumi. Everyone else seemed to agree with the sentiment, so we decided to go back to our rooms for the time being. What a way to start the day. I have a feeling this will do wonders for our morale, though. Protecting this school means putting a stop to world death. It means bringing hope back to a dying world. We may not know why we were chosen for this mission, but it doesn't change what we need to do. I'll keep fighting, for the good of humanity, for everyone back in the complex, and for Karuwa. Now that that's settled, what should I do for the rest of the day? I don't really feel like sitting around doing nothing right now. Free time! Alrighty. So now we need to work on our social studies. So Gaku, he's not available, but we probably get him a gift. Simple toys, would he like that? An assortment of simple toys like bamboo swords and rubber band shooter. It's fun to mess around with once in a while. Let's see if he likes this. I don't know if he will or not, but it doesn't hurt to try, right? We saved beforehand, so if he doesn't, we can always do something else.
Hey, you're actually pretty thoughtful, aren't you? Keep those gifts coming!
He wasn't a huge fan of it. Okay, so in that case, I'm not going to go with that then. Is there anybody else I can hang out with that does... I don't think so. Alright, let's just head to the training room. Let's do another VR mission. We got one more, level 5. Let's do it. We get 3,000 BP for this, cool. We got quite the map here. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get through it just fine. But look at this map, dude, like, Jesus. That's wild. But at least we have a whole group to mess with it, so that's good. Oh boy. That was really hard. That was very hard. I'm not gonna lie, that was really hard. Oh, we got through it, right? Got an S rank. We had to use quite a bit of last resorts in that fight, but you know what? It was worth it. I think we're good though. It was tough. I am not gonna lie to you. That was actually really, really hard. Okay, I think that's a sign that I need to get some more stuff in the garage. Okay, Takumi. Attack +2 when users near death. I think that'll be good to have. I think that would be good for Tsubasa as well. Voltage gain times 1.5. Oh, okay. Let's bring up your dead lights here. Decelerate, what does that do? Buffs ally fighting power. Adds attack +1, armor +3 to all. Ooh, it'd actually be really good. And I feel bad because Yogami has no other moves, I feel like. Sacrificial Viper. I mean, I don't really use it much, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and do that for now. Fatal Contagion. I think another good one to have for Gaku specifically would be Unyielding Spirit. Actually, no. I think that'd be good for Ato. Executioner? What's that? Launches Scythe attack and an enemy in front of you. Inflicts bleed on target. Ooh, let's do that. But we also get Unyielding Spirit. I think that'd be good for him to have. And since, might as well use it, right? Counter Strike. I don't think we need that for him though. If anybody needs it, it'd probably. Well, I mean, you already have it. So, let me give you Last Yell. Let me just give you Last Yell then. All right, man. Getting BP in this game is hard. It is very hard. I don't believe this. It's unforgivable. It also gives us some keywords probably. Why is this decor in the school so cheap looking? It's so gaudy I could puke. Seems like Novo Riche. Enough, I can't take this anymore. Takumi, I command you to blow up the school immediately. Blow up? Have you lost your mind? Send this tacky school to hell where it belongs and build a castle worthy of my nobility. I'm going to set up the bombs you help. Set up the bombs you help. This really tried to calm Kurata down, somehow getting her to give up on her plan. Are all rich people this delusionally self-absorbed? Experience unlocked keyword celebrity. Cool. Ding dong, bing bong. The day's already over, and just like the announcement says, we've got no idea when the next attack might be. But when it does come, I'll be ready. I'll fight with all my might to protect this school. I guess I'll call it a night. Getting enough rest is part of being prepared too. I lay in bed, closed my eyes, and within a few minutes, found myself drifting to a deep sleep. Another dream? Yeah.
Hey, Karawa?
Yeah? What is it?
Could you help me out with this question? You know I suck at math.
If I just give you the answer, you'll never learn.
No fair.
It's your own fault for leaving all your homework until the last day of summer.
What are you even doing here then? Can't you go read at home?
Your mom asked me to keep an eye on you and make sure you weren't goofing off.
So, I'm basically a prisoner in my own room.
Seems that way.
Yup. Now, do a good job and earn that parole.
What's that book you're reading anyway? Looks old.
It's about the world outside the complex.
That again?
Well, it's interesting. Don't you ever wonder what it's like out there? What it was like in the olden days? Reading these old books, I feel like I can imagine it. It gives me a connection to those people who lived under the open sky all those hundreds of years ago. At least, when I can find them, it does. Most libraries don't even stock them anymore. I must have read this book 1,000,000 times already.
Most people aren't interested in that stuff. The outside world's a scary place.
No, I think there's more to it than that. The people in charge are probably covering it up. They don't want us to learn too much about the outside world in case it makes us want to leave.
You're a conspiracy theorist now? Give it a rest.
Seriously though, I'd love to see it for myself someday, even if just for a little while. I want to see the sky and the stars and the moon with my own eyes. This book says they're so pretty, people held parties just to look at them.
Moon? What's that?
A big chunk of rock that floats around the Earth. It's close enough that it looks like it's right above your head. And it's got a pale glow that lights up the night.
Right above your head? What if it falls on us?
Nah, that'll never happen. Besides, don't you have other things to worry about? If you don't finish on time, your mom will take away your video games, you know?
Oh, I almost forgot about that. Why does math have to be so hard?
Yeah, I'm not that great at math either. Math did me dirty, man. Day 47. Ding dong, a bing bong, everybody.
Get ready for your 47th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day
enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy. Love it. How ironic. Never felt any kind of interest in the outside world, but I'm the one who ended up here. I wonder how many people in the complex have ever thought about leaving. Would they even want to live on the surface again? I can't speak for everyone else, but Kadoa would love it. That's for sure. If we can make it through these 100 days, I can make that happen, right? What would life be like for us then? I can't even imagine. No use worrying about it now. I have to actually make it through this war first. As for today, I'll start by going to the cafeteria. I'm pretty hungry. Hey, Takumi. I was thinking, since we're friends now and all, how would you like to throw away your humanity and get in on my experiments? You're only here for a second.
Hi!
I told you, I'm perfectly happy the way I am. Good morning, Takumi. On your way to the cafeteria? Yeah, and hey, thanks for telling us all that stuff yesterday. I'm sorry it took us so long. I just wish we knew more about world death. Nigo never went into much detail with us. We do know it caused a lot of natural disasters, but could the undying flames be a side effect of it too? Maybe they're effective at keeping the invaders out because they come from the same source. But that's just speculation on my part. Would make a kind of sense if that was it, though. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'll see you later. Zoe might not be as cautious around me as she used to be, but there's still a sense of distance between us. I don't think we're at the stage where I can start asking her about Kadoa and parallel universes just yet. Cafeteria was more full than I had seen in a while. Main campus and second campus. Fighters and non-fighters, they were all there. Yima doesn't look too happy. Sure is busy today. It's kind of nice to see everyone together like this, though. Almost like we're a real class. No offense, but if I had to go to a school with these weirdos, I'd never make it to graduation. Don't worry, Gaku. You're less of a classmate and more like a slave who happened to come in through the wrong door.
Hey!
What kind of school would keep slaves on its grounds? I think we make a great class. All these strong personalities make it more interesting. Wouldn't you say so, Takumi? Yeah, maybe. Just when I feel like I'm starting to get used to Nozomi, I dream about Kadoa, and now I'm uncomfortable all over again. We learned a lot about world death yesterday, but I'm still no closer to figuring out the connection between those two. Hey, I thought you guys had morning training around this time. You taking a break today? Yes, we can always train a little later, and it's worth it to get to talk to everyone. I, for one, welcome the change. Just spending a little time as a group in the mornings is sure to bring us all closer together. That stinks. What? Oh no, not whatever vapid inspirational statement you were about to make, Mr. Atsuki. I mean, there's an actual weird smell in the air. It's like rotting fruit and armpit sweat. Hey, that's my curry you're talking about. You're gonna ruin everyone's first impression of it. Wait, you made more curry? Well, you looked so pathetic when you said how much you wanted to eat it again. I couldn't help myself. Huh? Wait here, I'll go get it. Kurata skipped away and returned with the plate of curry, which she set down in front of Gaku. Prepare your taste buds for the ride of their life. Courtesy of the Osuzuki family recipe, I expect you to eat it all. Even the plate. I'm not eating the plate. Besides, curry is kind of heavy for breakfast. Oh, you unrefined little mole rat. What is it like to live so totally unaware of the world around you? I've adjusted the flavor to make it suitable for a morning meal. Now hold on to your ass, because this is going to send you into orbit. Come on, but it's not that great. Despite his protest, Gaku scooped up a spoonful of curry and brought it self-consciously to his mouth.
This is amazing!
Whoa, what's up with that face, man? The taste seems mild at first, but then you realize it doesn't need to flaunt its spiciness. Just lets itself spread throughout your mouth subtly, demurely. But then the aftertaste hits you, and it's like a fireworks display of flavor, sweet and savory, bursting one after another, perfectly balanced so neither overpowers the other. The more you eat, the stronger the spiciness gets, until your tongue is tingling with delight. The contrast it creates. The simple wholesomeness of the rice is sublime. I can barely even see the rice on my screen here. I feel like my screen is a bit too bright. And don't even get me started on the texture. The sauce is so creamy, the Greek meat is so tender. Can't stop eating, my body's desperate for more. Slow down, I can't keep up with all this information. The dish is the ultimate evolution of culinary achievement. Bow down before its superior pedigree. Yes, ma'am. It's really all that? Hey man, let me try some. Just one bite. Me too. How much curry do you guys think it's in a lethal dose? Back off! This is mine, thieves! All of you won't take my precious from me. No one can resist the allure of Osuzuki curry. Very well, you may all partake of my family's gift to the curry lovers of the world. Form an orderly line there. Is it going to be like this every morning from now on? Let them have their fun. A little camaraderie might help improve their teamwork. Yeah, I guess you're right. Do you mind if I ask you something? What is it? When you were a kid, did you want to see the world outside the complex? Did you ever think about that kind of thing? Yes, actually. I thought about it quite a lot. I thought it would be great to see it with my own eyes, even if it was only for a little while. Granted, now that I'm here, it's not exactly what I was expecting. Huh? The lively mood lasted all through breakfast. Eventually, the group dispersed and I headed back to my room. Anytime I talk to Nozomi, it just raises more questions about her and Karuha. Sometimes it feels like their personalities are completely different, but then Nozomi will come out with something I've heard Karuha say before, practically word for word. Are they really parallel versions of each other? I seriously can't think of anything else that would explain it. No use racking my brain about this. Try to talk to her more later. In the meantime, what should I do today? Rebel pudding. Tastes like any other custard pudding, but the caramel sauce smells out of cool biker phrase. I don't know if she's gonna like it or not, but let's just try it.
It's of insignificant value.
Oh, no, she did not like
willing
it.
to accept it.
Okay. Not worth it. Definitely not worth it. Let's hang out with Nozomi. We haven't hung out with Nozomi before. Can make some strawberry shortcake with the Gift-O-Matic. It has this rich whipped cream that tastes like it was made with the freshest milk. And the sponge is so fluffy too. The texture is divine. You can practically taste the skill of whoever came up with the recipe. I highly recommend it. Is it really that good? Hearing you recommend it, that's showing me to want to try it. Yes, absolutely. Have some. I'll give you half of mine. Google. Alrighty. TRC complex, or TRC languages. The official language of TRC is Japanese, and there are not many who speak other languages. There are some eccentrics who learn English and French as a hobby. The number of people who can speak a foreign language is probably less than 0.1% of the population. The TRC is a cultural sphere built on just one language, but the world was not always like this. Crossing national borders would often mean an inability to communicate. There was also a mix of people who spoke different languages, even within the same country. People who would work hard learning foreign languages at school or through courses in order to be able to interact with people from the foreign cultures. People who speak a completely different language. That's hard to believe. Cool. Ding dong, bing bong, everybody.
Huh?
We made it through another day. Our last battle was still pretty recent, so there probably won't be another one for a while. But this is the invaders we're talking about. They don't do predictable. Better rest up for whatever tomorrow brings. Fell asleep surprisingly easy that night. Compared to when I first got here, the absurdity of the situation, the overhanging threat of enemy attacks didn't bother me nearly as much as it used to. Maybe I was getting used to the place, but was that a good thing? Day 48. Ding dong, bing bong, everybody.
Huh?
Morning already. Better head over to the cafeteria. Can't take it anymore. Everyone's gotten over their differences and they're all getting along better than ever. can't even kill myself to spice things up. I just come right back up again. Maybe it would be better if I did die for real. No one needs poor old Derumi anymore. I'm so emotionally exhausted, all I can do is cry. I think I'd rather not get involved in whatever that is. She probably just needs to get it out of her system. Yeah. How are you doing, Kako? Why am I not allowed to talk to the others? I want to make friends too. Aww. Huh? I want to come out of my shell. I want to change. So mumbling to herself, Kako wandered off toward the cafeteria. Kako, you gotta stand up for yourself. Tell Ima to shut the hell up, man. You do what you want. You don't let him tell you what to do. When I got to the cafeteria, everyone else was already there, chatting pleasantly over their morning meal. So Shouma, I've been wondering, what actually powers your robot suit? What's the structure of the mechanical parts like? I think it runs on hemoanima, and sorry, I don't really know all that much about how it fits together. She's so excited! Maybe you can summon it for me sometime. I'd love to take a closer look at it. Tsubasa, please. You shouldn't get so close. My body odor is hazardous to the health of everyone around me, especially girls. Oh, I bet it's not that bad. It's not, is it? Is this the price of your power, Sir Shouma? Did you have to make a vow never to allow yourself to be touched by a woman unless she bests you in fair battle? In the midst of all that merriment, two figures remained steadfastly silent. They're awfully quiet today, even for them. I started toward Ima and Kako, but before I could reach them, another voice called out to me. Takumi, do you have a minute? It's important. Oh, what do you want, man? I'm trying to talk to Kako. What's up, Eito? It's about what we discussed before. You know, my theory about how we all got here. Oh, did you find out something new? Not exactly. I know this will sound weird in light of what I said before, but I don't think we're dealing with the parallel universe after all. Huh? After we learned about world death yesterday, I did a lot of thinking. We're here fighting the invaders to make it safe for the remnants of humanity to move out to the TRC, right? So the conflicts in the Academy don't exist in different worlds, like we originally thought. It's just that one is on a different surface, while the other is underground. When you think about it that way, the idea that we've been transported to a parallel universe starts to look less credible than it did before. One more thing, I've been asking everyone about their lives in the complex, trying to build up a more complete picture. If we really were in a parallel universe now, it wouldn't be out of the question for some of us to have originally come from the different versions of the TRC. But so far as I can tell, our accounts line up perfectly. There's no doubt there's no doubt that we all came from the same place. Okay, but there's still stuff we can't explain, right? Stuff that supported the parallel universe theory? You mean the connection between Nozomi and your old friend Karuha? I'm afraid I'm no closer to solving that mystery. Right now, I can only assume that their likenesses to each other is a coincidence, or that they're the same person and something's gone wrong with her memory. Those are our options now. There's no way this is just a coincidence. In that case, when you say something's gone wrong, do you mean... Hey, you two, what are you mystering about over here? What? Nothing at all. That's right, we're just having a normal conversation, nothing suspicious here. You know, saying that only makes you seem more suspicious, right? Anyway, all this completely normal conversation has given me an appetite. Let's dig in. Yes, my thoughts exactly. Eito and I gave our attention wholeheartedly to our food in a vain attempt to throw Nozomi off our trail. Feeling bloated from scarfing down so much so quickly, I went back to her to let my stomach settle. Phew. Now that I think about it, Eito's probably right. Knowing what we do now, there's no reason to think our residential complex exists in a totally different world from this one. But then, how do we explain Nozomi and Karuha? Coincidence? Amnesia? Even if we do fit on one of those explanations, how are we supposed to prove it? If I ask Nozomi about it directly, it'll only put her on the back foot again. She's finally starting to get comfortable around me. Don't want to jeopardize that. Once I get like this, it's hard to think about anything else. I'm starting to wish Eito never shared this theory with me in the first place. I need to do something to take my mind off of this. Okay. So I still want to bring up my social studies, but Kurata's still not available. And I could read the book again, like if I finish this book. I'm still in the middle of this book. Maybe I'll read it to the end. Ooh, by 10. It still didn't give me enough. Damn it. Alright, that's fine. Hey Kako, how you doing? She's deep in thought. Better leave her to it then. Okay. Alrighty. I guess let's read another book. You know, I really want to bring up my soul. I want to at least bring it up to 2. At least. At least give me 2. If you make a desperation potion level 2. Need you to shoot up my social studies here. At least get it to 2, and then I can start hanging out with everybody again. Try reading this book today. Everything there is to know about the TRC. The TRC is a fortress within an all-weather dome. Its size is roughly 390 square miles. It is mankind's sole residential area based on the 23 wards of the old world's city of Tokyo. Some 500,000 people live peacefully under a roof that shields the sky. On the surface, society operates under capitalism that encourages the free market, but the wealth gap is rather small, and in practice is closer to communism. The TRC's complex governing body is the TRC's administration, whose members inherit their positions. The predecessor of the TRC was completed around years ago. Sponsor of the construction plan was Blank. Blank, who was Blank at the time, set up the Blank project to protect mankind from Blank. Together with their sworn friends Blank and Blank, they blank a coup d'etat. Blank. Probably unreadable now. Is that enough? That was not enough. Damn it. Not enough. Oh, here we go. We can do rare delicacies for Kurata. I didn't even see the hashtag celebrity there.
This is a surprisingly sensible choice coming from you. I suppose you deserve some praise.
Not really worth it, but whatever. What if I do this curry spice set for Gaku? I'm just guessing at this point, because I need social studies up, man. If I can get 2 things up at the same time, I think that'll help us.
Yeah, seems like something I could sell for a little dough. I'll take it.
Kako mini standee, I think that's going to be something for Ima for sure. A noose? Oh my god, that's horrible. I think that's something Dadomi would like for sure. Detective merch? I think this would be good for Kako. She likes detective stuff, right? Let's try it. Give me something good. Please. Please give me something good.
Oh, wow.
Yes!
I've never received something like this before. I love it.
20. Yes, I'm glad we kept reloading. Finally, now everything's 2. Now I can just hang out with whoever I want. I was like, I have to be sure we're good on everything else, you know? I have to be sure we're at least 2 on everything, 2 across the board. Another day gone. Time sure flies when we're not fighting. Now that I'm alone, though, I can't help coming back to the Nozomi Kado's issue. I need to stop thinking about this. There's nothing I can do about it for now. I got into bed and, with difficulty, cleared my mind. I didn't want to lose sleep over this problem if I could help it. And so the curtain fell on my 48th day at Last Defense Academy. Day 49. We're almost at the halfway mark, y'all. Ding dong, a bing bong.
Get ready for your 40. Prepare to spend.
Nothing new. Cool. Probably for day 50 will say something new. Everyone's probably meeting up in the cafeteria. Should get going. Ima? What are you doing out here, buddy? Ah, Mr. Sumino. Perfect timing. Can I give you a message for the others? A message? What is it? My dear sister and I won't be coming into the cafeteria for a while. I decided we need to put some distance between ourselves and the rest of you. In short, I'd like you all to leave us alone. Huh? What do you mean? Your presence is having a pernicious influence on my dear sister, and I can't allow that. Nothing personal. Ima left flashed me the same carefree smile as always. What the heck was that about? What's going on with those two? I think it's more so what's going on with freaking Ima, not with freaking Kako. Cafeteria is full, like it had been the last few days. Kako and Ima were the only ones missing. Aren't the twins coming today? I don't know. Should I go check on them? I'd offered to do it, but I'm afraid to decide to me so early in the morning when we were in their entire day. I saw Ima earlier. He's fine. Said he wants us to leave him and Kako alone for a while. Come to think of it, he told me the same thing. Wonder what's gotten into him. Something about us having a pernicious influence on his dear sister, right? Well, that's just rude. Accurate, though. The walls are awfully thin around here, Kyoshika. I heard you and your sword going at it last night. That's a lie. I was being so careful. Nobody could have heard me. You realize you just admitted you were up to something, right? Well, it's not like Ema treating us like dirt is anything new. I say leave him be. Nothing any of us say is going to convince him to fight anyway. He's never isolated himself in Kako like this before. I think I'd better ask him about it next time I see him. Alright, good luck with that. Putting aside our concerns about the Tsukumo twins, we continued our breakfast without further incident. After a while, I decided to head back to my room. Even if things are quiet now, I shouldn't let my guard down. I have to be ready for the next attack whenever the day comes. I kind of want to try the simple. I want to see what the simple is. I think it'd probably be better just to do it yourself. Looks like I made it through another day. Get the feeling things won't stay this peaceful for much longer. Looked up suddenly, startled out of my thoughts. Nothing had really happened, but I sensed something. Was it my imagination, or was there someone just outside my door? Who is it? I cautiously opened the door, wondering why whoever it was didn't knock or ring the bell. But when I got outside, there was nobody there. Guess I was just imagining it. Felt so sure, though. Oh, and it's raining too. It's really coming down hard. Raindrops were pelting the rooftop all around me, producing a relentless rhythmic beat.
I probably mistook this sound for footsteps or something. Yeah, that must be it. Oh, seriously. This rain stuff is nothing but trouble. I'm gonna get soaked standing out here.
I turned around to go back inside, but found myself gazing up at the sky. That big rock again. Weird. Looks bigger than it was before. Does it change from day to day? Maybe it's just a trick of the light and the rain.
I want to see the sky and the stars and the moon with my own eyes. This book says they're so pretty, people held parties just to look at them.
Moon? What's that?
A big chunk of rock that floats around the earth. It's close enough that it looks like it's right above your head.
I guess that must be the moon. The one Kato I wanted to see so badly. Oh.
What's that? It looks like there's something mechanical on the surface. What's that all about? I thought the moon was meant to be just a hunk of rock.
That's the...
You again? When did you...
He's trying to tell me something, just like before. I still can't hear a thing.
Never mind that. I'm not letting you get away this time. Everything that's happened to us is your fault. Sirei being killed, Hideko going missing. You were behind all of it, weren't you? What are you? One of the commanders? You know what? Save it. You can explain yourself once I know you're not going anywhere.
Just as I lunged forward to grapple with the fiery invader, there was a sound that like the sky ripping apart and a blinding flash of light. I was so surprised that my whole body tensed up. My foot came down on the slick ground at the weird angle, and I lost my balance. The next thing I knew, well, nothing. I totally blacked out. Day 50, halfway there, y'all. Ding dong, a bing bong, everybody.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. That's right, folks, you're halfway there, like a lizard on a chair. You're stepped in blood so far, returning would be as tedious as to go o'er. There's no turning back now! In honor of the occasion, I've unlocked the courtyard. It's the perfect place to enjoy a moment of quiet contemplation. I've also prepared a special gift for each and every one of you brave soldiers. I'll give them to you in person, so come find me in the cafeteria.
I don't know what that special thing is. You fell asleep on the ground? Outside? I came to lying on the cold hard surface of the school rooftop. Was I dreaming? No, my back was aching too badly for this to be anything but real. For a moment, I couldn't remember how I got there. But then it all came rushing back. The invader made of undying flames appeared again last night. That's right, he attacked me! What was that weird technique he used? Looked like the whole sky lit up for a second and then... Are you alright, Takumi? What are you doing out here? Oh, hey, To. That was some weather we had last night, huh? Never seen it lightning before. Lightning? A discharge of electricity from storm clouds. It happens here in the outside world from time to time. You probably heard the thunder. That's the sound of it hitting the ground. That's enough force in each strike to cause instant death. Instant death? That's what I read anyway. Lightning is rare, but when it happens, it's swift and deadly. Honestly, with such dangerous natural phenomena to deal with, it's hard to believe humanity have survived out here for as long as they did. Wait, natural phenomena? So all that was just natural? It wasn't an attack? But then why did I... Are you sure you're feeling alright, Takumi? You look pale. Maybe you should get some rest. I can bring you your breakfast if you like. I don't mind making the trip twice for you. That's what friends are for, right? No, I'm fine. I just need a minute. I'll see you in the cafeteria. Okay, but let me know if there's anything I can do for you. With a reluctant smile, Eito went on ahead. If that lightning flash wasn't something the invader did, why did I end up passing out until morning? How did it happen? Again. I thought back to the events of last night. I lunged for the fiery invader. There was a flash of light and a loud bang, then I was falling. Did I slip on the wet ground and hit my head? I guess that would explain it. That would have left me completely defenseless, though. Why didn't the invader finish me off? Another mystery to add to the pile. I should let the others know about this. They're probably in the cafeteria already. Alrighty. Nobody's anywhere else. Let's head straight to the cafeteria. When I got to the cafeteria, I found everyone discussing the new area that had opened up. The courtyard, right? Yeah, I saw it. It looks pretty nice, huh? Yeah, it's a little on the plain side, but I like that it's got a ton of space. Why are there cages there, though? I didn't see any animals. If the cage is that big, we could keep an invader or two and make it nice and comfy for them. Invaders are our enemies, not pets. Never mind that. Where's my present? I was promised a special gift for being a brave soldier. Are you saying there's no gift? No! Everything is lies! Everything is lies! There's not much we can do about it. Siri isn't here anymore. What do you think it was going to give us? The announcement made it sound pretty special. Doubtless it would be something intended to boost our morale and bring us some measure of joy. So perhaps a new set of tortured instruments? Collars with bombs in them? You two are the only ones who'd want something like that. Nah, I bet it was a big wad of cash. Just my luck I'd miss out on getting it. Hated to ruin the mood, but they needed to know. I raised my voice to make myself heard about the tumult. Everyone, can I have your attention for a minute? There's something I need to... Oh, shit. Huh? Before I could go on, I was cut off by a blaring siren. The alarm. The invaders are back already?
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
Seriously? There's usually more time between attacks than this. No fair spring another one on us this early. I'm gonna hurl. No matter how many times I hear this siren, it never gets any easier to deal with. Let's go, everyone. And the invaders are attacking. There's only one thing for us to do. Come, unwashed masses, to the war room. Right, let's do it. Everybody hurried out of the room, effectively putting the conversation on hold. Telling them about last night can wait. Defending the school comes first. That's what I have to focus on right now. Defeat the invaders, defend the school, save mankind. Alrighty. Alright, everyone. Alright, everyone's here. Let's get out there and kick some ass. Wait a minute. I've been checking the security feed and something's not right. What you mean? Yugami pointed to the monitor.
There's no one there. I did a sweep of the whole perimeter, but the place is empty.
Hey, you're right. Where are the invaders? Ugh, don't tell me that was a false alarm. They must be invisible. We'll have to, like, pelt them with bags of flour or something.
Look, what's that? There.
Oh yeah, there's something. No, someone out there. Maybe a commander.
Coming out to face us all alone? I can't help but admire its courage.
I'm not so sure about that. Doesn't it look a little unsteady on its feet?
I'm pretty sure the security cameras have a zoom function. Here, I'll see if I can get us a closer look.
Tsubasa pressed a few buttons and the image on the screen zeroed in on a strange figure, gradually showing more and more details.
A wrestler?
This one's not wearing a mask or nothing. Is that what the commanders look like underneath?
No, that's not a commander. It's Moko.
Huh?
It's Moko. She's come back to us.
That's Moko?
Moko!
We rushed outside to where the girl had collapsed and carried her back to the school. There's still a vacant room on the roof, so we set her up in there. Looks like she's not hurt too badly. I think she just passed out from exhaustion. That's a relief. Gotta say though, I'm surprised. Is this really the girl you told us about before? Yes, this is Milko Mojiro, our friend, our ally, the one who saved our lives. She stopped the invaders from destroying the second campus at the cost of being taken prisoner, right? I guess she must have found a way to escape. I always knew she'd be alright. If the high school pro wrestling scene couldn't break her, what chance did the invaders have? So it's not just a costume, she's an actual wrestler. I wonder how she got through the wall of fire, though. Maybe she followed some invaders in? Or rather, she waited for them to make a hole in the wall, defeated them before they could use it, then went through herself. But that would mean she defeated a whole squad by herself. Trust me, Moko could have done it. That would explain why she's so tired now. Well, it's a better theory than anything I could come up with. If Moko's that strong, having her on the team is going to do wonders for our morale. I was so worried. I wanted to keep believing she'd be okay, but she was gone so long. Seems like this Moko girl means a lot to Nozomi. No, not just her. Yugami, Kyoshika, and Kurata clearly care about her too. They told me before that she saved their lives, but I never really got the full story. Look, she's opening her eyes.
Moko, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Nozomi.
Nozomi? And some guy I don't know? You brought your boyfriend over to watch me sleep? So not cool.
Did you come here all the way from the invaders' base? All alone? Are you going to be okay?
I'm fine. You know me. They must have ripped the F section out of my dictionary, because I don't know the meaning of the word fatigue. All this fatigue is really getting to me, though.
She knows the meaning of the word just fine.
Anyone got a moist towelette? My skin's gonna dry out if I don't take off my makeup before bed.
The last nonsensical murmur about her skin, Moko closed her eyes and her head went limp. She's okay, just sleeping. She'll probably need more time to recover completely. At least she's not in any serious danger. I'm sure she'll be fine once she gets some rest. Now that she's on school grounds, we can revive her if the worst happens. Hopefully it won't come to that, though. I hope so. Come on, let's give her some privacy. She wouldn't like you watching her sleep, no matter how fascinating it is to you. Right. Okay, let's head on out then. Zomi and I quietly slipped out of Moko's room. Once we were outside, Nozomi heaved a sigh of relief. This is such a load off my mind. I can hardly believe Moko found her own way back to us. I thought we'd be searching for her a lot longer. I always knew we'd get her back in the end, but I never expected it to be this easy. Let's hope this means our luck's starting to turn. Hey, about the battle when Moko got captured. What exactly happened back then? If it's okay with you, I'd like to hear more about how it all went down. That's fine. I guess I did just skim over it before. Okay, cool. When we first woke up at the academy, we were scared and confused. From what you've told me, it probably wasn't too different from how things were here. Moko took charge and stopped us from falling apart. That's just the kind of person she is. Whenever she were feeling down, she always knew what to say to cheer us up. Her smile could really light up a room. It's thanks to her we learned to work as a real team. Never have made it this far if it weren't for her. Wish we had someone like that here. If it wasn't just her personality, she could pull her weight in battle, and then some. She'd plow through any enemies that got in her way. It was amazing. I even saw her suplex an invader the size of a train once. She used wrestling moves on invaders? That is amazing. But then, on our 10th day at the academy, a huge swarm of invaders attacked. It was only our second real battle, and even with Moko's help, we were totally out of our league. On top of that, the invaders weren't attacking blindly. They had a strategy, and they executed it perfectly. What kind of strategy? They kept us busy with their main force on the north side of the school grounds while sending out strike teams to isolate and eliminate us one by one. We were still new to fighting, and even when we realized what was going on, we couldn't react to it in time. It didn't take them long to destroy the barrier.
Moko and I were the only ones left standing. Yugamu, Kurara, and Kyoshika were all dead. Even worse, a stray shot put our revival-matic out of commission, and Nigo, the only one who knew how to repair it, was captured.
Really? Nigo?
If we couldn't get him back, those three would be gone forever. But I had my hands full just keeping the invaders away from the school. Right when I thought my strength was going to fail me, Moko made her move. She knew losing Nigo would mean losing any hope of bringing the others back, so she charged right into the invaders' main force to rescue him.
She took them all on. Alone.
Yes, and there were a lot of them. More than enough to rival any squad we've fought since.
I don't know if it was adrenaline or latent power or just desperation, but she somehow managed to make it to Nigo and throw him to safety. After that, though, she barely had any energy left, and that's when they captured her, huh? Nigo got the infirmary up and running and revived the others as fast as he could, but it was too late. The enemy was leaving, taking Moko with them. By the time we could fight again, they were already gone. The commander must have used its brainwashing arrows to make her come quietly. No wonder everyone from the second campus loves Moko so much. If it hadn't been for her, they really would have been wiped out. She must have known when she charged in that she wouldn't make it out again. She's just lucky they decided to take her prisoner instead of killing her outright. Seeing her again, I can't help but getting emotional. To do all that and escape and find her way here on her own, she's so amazing. Yeah, there's really no other word for it. That's part of that bothers me though. How did she escape? And how did she find us? I guess I just have to ask her when she wakes up. Nozomi and I went our separate ways, and I spent the rest of the day lounging around in my room. And that was day 50 at Last Defense Academy. We didn't fight any invaders, but we still had plenty to think about. Day 51. 49 more days. Ding dong, bing bong.
Get ready for your 51st day! Prepare.
First things first, I should go to the cafeteria and see how everyone's doing. Well, everyone except Ima and Kako. Okay. We got Takemaru chilling out here. Sup, Takumi? You pumped to start a new day? Another day defending humanity's future. I'm totally raring to go. Heck, I've always gotten fired up about helping people. It just ain't right to sit on the sidelines when you can make things right. Real better, you know? Appearances really can be deceiving. When I first met Takemaru, he seemed like a common street thug, but he's actually just a really nice guy, I think. Alright, we got Ima and Kako in the room, and we also have Moko and Nozomi in the room too. Kako and Ima weren't in the cafeteria that morning. I expected that, but Nozomi was missing too. Are those peculiar siblings still skewing our company? Seems like it. They're spending all their time in Ima's room. I'm starting to worry about them. What could they be doing in there all day? Probably something cliche and mundane, like planning a suicide pact. There's nothing mundane about that. Brother and sister alone together. Perhaps they're... Nay, such a thing would be far too outrageous. Do I even want to know what you're imagining? Who needs them? No point worrying too much. Haven't seen Nozomi this morning either. My pathetic presence repelling her? She's fine. Moko still hasn't woken up, so she's decided to watch over her and make sure she's okay. Too bad for you, huh, Takumi? Huh? I wasn't... Oh, you're blushing. Don't try to hide it, man. I can read you like a book. You want to get up so close and personal with Nozomi, right? Maybe wrap your hand around her heart and feel its warmth before it beats its last. Hey. Was that a threat? Was it meant to sound romantic? I seriously can't tell with you. Ah, young love. Why couldn't I have ended up in a killing game with someone with an itchy trigger finger? Don't sell yourself short, Darumi. You can't just throw your life away with the first murderer who takes an interest in you. Those one night stabs might seem exciting, but there's so much more meaning in a committed relationship. One where you let your bloodlust grow over time. Trust me, your death has value. You need to treat it with respect. Gotta hand it to you. If you take out all the serial killer crap, that almost sounds like good advice. How is Moko doing? Even the state she was in, I didn't think she'd stay unconscious this long. Why not kill her and fix her up that way? Surely you jest. Even if she can be revived, Lady Moko is still our friend. We can never willingly harm her. Even I don't want to offer that way. It'd be such a waste of a good target. Do you guys have to talk about death and killing so much? I'm trying to eat. It is a lot to deal with first thing. Guess we can put this discussion on hold until later. After a while, we finished breakfast, left the cafeteria, and went back to our rooms for the time being. So Moko hasn't woken up since yesterday. Nozomi must be so worried. There's not much I can do for her directly, but maybe I can take some of the pressure off her in my own way. To do that, I need to be as ready as I can be for the next attack. Free time! So now I can just hang out with whoever I want to. But we're going to save that for the next episode. I think we've done plenty in this episode. So in the next one, we'll go ahead and continue onwards with some more Last Defense Academy. Probably progress the story some more. Hopefully Moko will wake up in the next episode. That'd be pretty nice. So we can actually talk to her and find out how she made her way back to us. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed this episode, hit that like button, comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe. Become a royalty today. We'd love to have you in our community. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so very much for watching. And I can't wait to see y'all in the next episode. See y'all then.